definition of art is the foremost expression of human creativity.
Literally, in the instance of art, what you see is what you get.
And I keep thinking about the people who, produced it, their thoughts and why they concentrated in that area. And it's interesting there because I always look at pictures and see the composition. What does the person see as striking?
Not all people have the same opinion on Seattle's local art. Art comes in many forms, from paintings to music and even architecture.
I always come down here to listen to that, and my son obviously likes it a lot. I think he's their biggest fan.
I think the music scene is kind of dead.
Well, there's a lot of it out here. There's some good stuff. A lot of good musicians, mostly.
See, that's probably the main thing in Seattle. Focus on art is musicians.
I think there should be more Seattle art.
I think our musicians are great, but I think that our local population doesn't appreciate the street musicians at all, and that they need to be tipped and paid better.
The most recognizable structure in Seattle is the Space Needle.
I enjoy the Space Needle, just aesthetically to look at it.
It's it's like a Denny's in the sky. If you've ever eaten there, it kind of jiggles. It does move around though, but you can feel it.
The Space Needle used to be a UFO.
Particularly in the time that it was made, it had a pretty profound influence on architecture since then. I mean, it's great. It's the Seattle version of the Eiffel Tower.
The Space Needle is a big waste of money myself.
It was a work of art, but not no more because they got one in Las Vegas, Hemisphere Arena, not the Space Needle. They got one in, what they call that one in Las Vegas?
I do not consider the Space Needle a piece of art.
The Space Needle's nice. I mean, it's always nice to see something that reminds you what city you're in.
A more modern example of art is the Experience Music Project, also known as the EMP.
EMP, I don't know, that thing's kind of ugly. But, it's still art.
Well, the EMP, I'm not too big a fan of. I'm not the hugest abstract art fan, I guess. And
The Experience Music Project is really ugly.
EMP, which a lot of people here hate, I think is incredible.
I actually went to the top of the Space Needle, which most Seattleites never do, and I looked down on it. I was like, well, that's an interesting shape. I looked into it. It's actually the inner view, the aerial view of the inner ear.
I'm not a fan of Paul Allen's, but I like the wacko, wild creativity of the structure.
It's beautiful inside. It's extravagant, very extravagant. I've been in there. Jimi Hendrix and quite a few folks in there. Legendary guys. Life is just a dream, and nothing comes to a sleeper but a dream. While sitting all alone, you're wondering what is real. Is it what you see, or is it what you feel? But while you're wondering, a day has passed away. There's no time for wondering. It is time to pray. God made our dreams come true. Life is but a dream, and nothing comes to sleepers but a dream.